To watch your eyes, let the waves beneath on this earth. Come, join us dance. Let me feel like our skin grapes the air. Doesn't matter if I'm drowning. Tears of leopards taken by the sea. Join the dolphins, dances for no one, and the chorus of the big melodies. Now, when I see you smile, this feeling I get, like I've crashed in paradise. Doesn't matter if I'm falling to the standing spectrum of sensations. And all it takes is to draw your arms out and let the breeze set the rest. Watch the colors they fade away when I pass the flames of a rise. Oh, when I see you smile, this feeling I get, like I've crashed in paradise. We'll join the dolphins, dances for no one, and the chorus of the big melodies. When I see you smile, this feeling I get, like a crashed in paradise. Now, when I'm in your eyes, this feeling I get, like this time. And this one's called Crash. It's about when you're with somebody, it doesn't matter what people think.
Oh, okay. Did you finish? Sorry. Yeah. Well, sorry. Thanks again to Amanda. Like, wow. Yeah. Well, Amanda, do you have anything on sale today?
Be on sale again.
Oh, I'll buy you. What can I say? I bisexual designs. Oh no, it's very nice. Okay, hey, I noticed that there are a few people over here who, might need more chairs. I think we can spare a chair up here. Okay, I'm going to put this chair right up here, and so anyone who wants, just a seat can move over there. Because our next reader, you've seen her already. It's Chancellor Wei again, and so actually last year when we only had four female poets, but in the end only 2 female performers, and one was straight and the other was bisexual. Like Sue and her friend Suzanne actually came up to me afterwards and said, like, why didn't you ask me to be? And I said, I didn't know you wrote poetry, but you do, don't you?
Yes, a little. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me back again for just 2 very small pieces of love. When they stopped time, it was accordions and stars, instant peace in a nutshell, peace wherever you are. And the next poem is called Foreign Tropic. My talking mouse, my miracle, how I miss your difficulty. Now, when words were out, you fled the foreign tropic, my apartment, taking everything but the soul. Thank you.
And for another dose of reality, we have Lee Guo Yin. Guo Yin is a construction site security guard, and he's also got a blog and several and this is a piece from his blog which has like loads of comments after it. Would you want to use this?
A slight correction. I'm not a security guard, I'm a safety officer. I'm
sorry, I thought it was one exchange. I'm sorry, a security guard got more porno can write, you know?
Well, a security guard on construction site doesn't have access to the computer and internet. So that's the difference. It's okay. This is from blog entry, as Vishu mentioned just now. I wrote this in 2005. Okay? So when I mentioned this morning, that was then. I called this another bus ride. This morning, seated on the bus, I suddenly realized that, strangely, I had never thought of my aborted brother as flesh and blood, as reality could have been. He would have been 34, 35 now. Maybe he would be a doctor or social worker. Either way, he would be someone to watch over, someone to talk with, to share. Memory is a wickedly funny thing. I remember clearly the trishaw ride was Makcik and Sam with us, along deserted alleys to the wooden house of the Bomo. But I do not remember whether we took the boat or at the trishaw at the gate. I don't remember the ride home, but I remember Mother staring at the black, glistening, lumpy thing, dividing it and grimacing before swallowing it. I remember, was it minutes later or the next day, Mother getting out from the recliner and looking under it, her body doubled up. I remember the batik foliage of a sarong turned glistening black. I remember being told to stand aside while she brought scoop after scoop of water from the bathroom to wash away what must have been blood on the floor. But I do not remember any sickly sweet smell. I remember her washing out the sarong in the bathroom, but I don't remember any rain in the water. I remember the ambulance, the female and male nurses bustling about, finally Father getting on too. I remember we had to shut the shop up for weeks, and second aunt bringing through the back door huge plates of fried meat, which I couldn't finish. And her tears when she talked about not being allowed to go to school because the brothers were taught to need it more. How the sisters could have been accountant, a lawyer and doctor. I remember the one trip I made to the general hospital where in a gigantic chilly ward, Mother seemed tiny, tiny, tiny in the bed. I remember visits by nurses, important harsh whispering for weeks afterwards in the house, while Mother lay thin, thin, thin and white on the recliner. I do not know the reason. I do not know if anything was actually discussed between Father and Mother before she went to the Bomo. I do not know how she knows of the Bomo. I suppose there must be a network amongst the women in the village where matters like this were shared, a common resource, so to speak. I wondered if I had been a girl, eventually I would be let into the loop. I do not know the reason. This is not something people talk about, especially not to a little boy of 4 or 5.